I've spent about 30 hours with Watch Dogs Legion, and I've developed something of a love-hate relationship with the game. It's filled with stuff to do, but what parts of it work and what parts don't? Here are 3 things I love and 3 things I hate about Watch Dogs Legion. And, since I'm done with the game, I'm giving away my personal copy for the Xbox. Stay tuned to the end of this video to learn how you can win. I enjoyed the near-future London setting. I had a chance to spend some time in England several years ago, and although this isn't a one-to-one recreation, Ubisoft's version of the techno-future London brought back memories and was generally fun to explore. Whether flying around on a cargo drone to get a close-up view of the city's many sights, or simply cruising around in my spy car, seeing some of the landmarks and points of interest never stopped being interesting to me. Unfortunately, my adventures in London were dampened by a highly inconsistent presentation. At times, London looks great, and a few of the main established characters were okay, but in many cases, character models look fairly weak. And the way the voice acting was done, since they had to have a voice for every single character in the game world, means that some voices were simply not well implemented or felt terribly mismatched with the characters.
Not sure if you ever caught the wind, but a few folks were having doubts about what we're doing.
Let's suppose that I did.
But that's been resolved. Everyone's committed, myself included.
Fantastic. As am I. Nothing will stop us.
All right. This is a bad one. Someone in 404 sent me a text file. DedSec's international safe houses have been compromised. Does the name Heath Bolton mean anything to you?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Bolton was a small-time player with DedSec Houston until he ratted out the whole cell and fled the country. Now he's in London, and he's willing to sell all of DedSec's secrets to the highest bidder.
Damn it.
Hello there. Have you got an hour to set the world right?
Anytime, anywhere.
This same inconsistency exists with other sounds in the world as well. For example, many of the weapons don't sound great, and the same is true with vehicles. While some, like this spy car that came as a perk with one of my recruited characters, sounds okay, others sound pretty weak. This inconsistency exists throughout the game world, with sound effects, extraneous dialogue, and other ambient noise. The entire package also comes with a variety of awkward animations and graphical glitches and issues, such as the lights popping in and out that you can see in the background here, that took away from some of the immersion in London. Presentation aside, I liked the ambition of the core premise. The idea of a grassroots uprising or revolution, the ability to recruit any citizen to the cause, and the basic gameplay loop that came with it. I liked being able to switch between characters at any time and approach the missions in different ways. Sometimes hacking through the camera system without ever stepping foot in the building, sometimes going in with stealth to quietly take down enemies, and occasionally being aggressive and creating utter chaos. In the end, I mostly enjoyed infiltrating bases and hacking cameras and computers and stealing files to dig up dirt on the organizations you're trying to take down. Sure, it's typical Watch Dogs fare, and it's indicative of the Ubisoft formula that's become so common in recent years, but I found the core conceit and the core gameplay loop fun, if a little exhausting. Unfortunately, in order to get the most out of the play as anyone system that is the core of Watch Dogs Legion, it requires a lot of buy-in on the player's part. I really made an effort to roleplay. Use my construction worker and his skills when entering construction sites. Use my law enforcement officer to enter their headquarters. Use my spy or my getaway driver when I wanted to go in more aggressively and anticipated a chase. But the truth is, every character more or less has access to the same things, and essentially plays the same, unless the player makes a real effort to roleplay on their own. It's also a shame that the system was not developed in such a way that the player could take multiple characters into a mission to work together, sort of like the heists in GTA 5. Imagine a situation where my construction worker enters the site and finds the file, then informs my best hacker, who can use the camera system to get into a computer hub, all while my getaway driver waits to make a quick exit. Now that would have been a phenomenal game, and I hope Ubisoft considers this sort of approach for the future of the series. I really enjoyed the cargo and spider drones, which as far as I know, were new to the Watch Dogs series with Legion. Whether I was using my cargo drone to drop myself into the center of a construction site, to reach a collectible perched on top of an apartment building, or to just cruise around the city and take in sights like I was on some sort of futuristic magic carpet ride, I used my cargo drone constantly with all of my characters. And the spider drone was my go-to approach when I wanted to enter a secure location stealthily, taking down some enemies and bypassing security systems. I can deal with some inconsistencies in presentation and graphical glitches, and with the new ambitious gameplay system not being fully fleshed out. But my biggest problem with Watch Dogs Legion were the freaking bugs and crashes I had. I had the game crash a number of times while playing, a couple of times requiring a hard reboot of my Xbox Series X. But even more frustrating than that, I had the game fail to save my progress 6 different times at different points in the game. I found myself redoing the same missions over and over again, and it was so bad that I ended up putting the difficulty all the way down to its easiest setting just to blow back through these portions for the 2nd or 3rd time. And it's made worse by the fact that there's no option for manual saves as far as I can tell. I was willing to forgive some of these issues at launch, but now, even more than a month after release, I've still been having issues with the game failing to save my progress. So there you have it, 3 things I loved and 3 things I hated about Watch Dogs Legion. Even with its problems, I've still enjoyed a majority of my time with the game, and since I'm done with it, I want to give my personal copy to someone else to enjoy. If you'd like a chance to win, simply subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. If you want a second chance to win, you can follow me on Twitter at RGN Games Channel, which is listed in the description below, and tweet out a link to this video. Make sure you tag me so that I know about it. I'll put all the entries into a spreadsheet and choose one using a random number generator. I'll be in touch with the winner in the coming weeks. Please note though that I can only ship to the continental United States. So that's it for me. If you've made it this far, please accept my sincere thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you think about Watch Dogs Legion, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to my new channel.